No Good Deed. Teaser. Title over black. San Francisco, Tenderloin District, February 2nd, 1989. Interior, Wayne's kitchen, night. A finger presses the record button of 1970s tape recorder. Interior, exterior, Oliver Sippel's studio apartment, night. It's raining. Pouring fucking rain. The apartment inside is dark, cluttered, chipped plaster covered with bad paintings. Sad. A lamp on the nightstand barely illuminates a framed document, slightly yellowed, which hangs in the corner of the room. The details of the document are unclear, but we can easily read the signature. Sincerely, Jerry Ford. In the shadows, a chair watching television, barely visible. A very large man, 47, approximately 300 pounds. The light from the television flares up bright for a second, casts light upon the man. Bloated out, real big. Very alone. On the table next to him, a bottle of Jack Daniels and 7-Up. A tiny Filipino man, Adrian, 36, and a towering cop, Wayne Frieden, 58, knock at the door. No response.
You're the apartment manager? Got a key?
Depends who's asking.
Investigator for the San Francisco District Attorney, good enough for you?
Adrian rolls his eyes. Wayne knocks louder. Notices the door is covered with sticky notes from a friend, the old lady next door. Come for coffee, XOX. Going for groceries in 10, can't reach you, need anything. Call me, Billy, worried about you. Peggy. Wayne opens the door, slams it closed. The manager gags, runs off down the hall.
I knew immediately, even before I opened the door. The smell you never forget. That sickening, sweet smell.
Interior corridor, night. Wayne smokes a cigarette, leans against the wall, waiting. Finally, the coroner, 62, emerges from the apartment, closes the door behind him.
About 10 days, near as I can figure. Pneumonia, looks like.
Such a travesty. He was a good guy, a real hero. And they killed him.
Very sad indeed. Especially at his age.
How old was he?
47.
Interior, Wayne's kitchen, night. A finger presses the pause button of a 1970s tape recorder. Reveal. A reporter, John Sanchez, 37, stubs out his cigarette. Sanchez lights another one right away. Presses record again.
I didn't know. I thought he was older. People shouldn't die like that, alone. Poor bastard.
In what world does a decorated war hero who saved the president's life die penniless and alone like that?
Yeah. Goddamn shame.
End teaser. Act 1. Card, 1975, September 22nd, 3:30 p.m. Exterior San Francisco, Union Square, St. Francis Hotel, day. The presidential motorcade is parked out front. A crowd of 3,000 people is gathered outside. Oliver Wellington, Billy Sippel, 33, an all-American hero, decorated Vietnam veteran, and square-jawed ex-Marine, is among them. Tall, blonde, and made of steel, a real man. Billy stands across the street from the hotel, about 40 feet away, curious and excited as anyone else to see the president. Standing next to Sippel is a nobody. Standard mom type, wears a strand of pearls and baggy tan pants and neatly pressed blue raincoat. A 45-year-old mother of 4, inconspicuous on the outside, unhinged on the inside. This is Sarah Jane Moore, 45. President Gerald R. Ford, 38th President of the United States, emerges from the hotel surrounded by the slightly larger than usual flock of street servicemen. Billy is in the crowd, excited to catch a glimpse of the president. President Ford exits the hotel. The crowd surges forward, and Billy is pushed toward the front as shots are fired directly at the head of the president. Shooter narrowly misses by a mere 6 inches. Billy looks toward the sound. His finely tuned reactions hone in on a woman? He instinctively lunges at her, just as she raises her arm to take another shot. Pushes her arm down, but she fires her .38 caliber revolver one more time. The chaotic world swirls around him, speeds up in fast motion, then slows way down. The second shot ricochets in motion. Hits a cab driver, John Ludwig, 42. The Secret Service whisks the president away, safe. They close in on Moore, drag her off. Billy, stunned and in shock, stands very still. Interior, flashback, Vietnam hospital, day. Billy lays in one of the beds amongst the other wounded soldiers. Suffers a bad head injury. His head bleeds through the bandages. Shrapnel wound looks like. He winces in agony, covers his ears, eyes closed tight as bombs batter his hospital. Exterior Union Square police car continuous. The press surrounds the car. Photographer flashes going off. Insert, front page photograph, New York Times. The photo is would-be assassin Sarah Jane Moore as she sits calmly in the back seat of the police cruiser. She appears merely annoyed by the mild intrusion in her schedule or something. Dead eyes. Creepy as hell and cold as ice. Interior, emergency room, day. Ludwig and Sipple are seated across from each other. Oliver sits on the edge of his bed while Ludwig lays in the bed with a bandage on his groin area.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm sure. Crazy bitch just nicked my groin, apparently. An inch or two over and then I'd be really mad.
Billy chuckles.
Not how you imagined your day going when you got up this morning.
Sure as hell didn't flee Nazi Germany to go down like this. Maybe I'll get to meet the president out of this. Wouldn't that be something?
Sure would.
You're gonna meet him for sure. You're a hero. I'm honored to meet you.
Oh, stop that. I'm just as honored to meet you. You take care of yourself now. I gotta go down to the station.
Billy shakes his hand.
See you around. At the White House, maybe.
Interior police station, day. Billy sits across the desk from Captain Patrillo, 35.
See anything else?
No?
Sure.
Yes.
Why'd you do it, Mr. Sipple?
Why did I do it? It was a gun pointed at the President of the United States. Anybody would have done the same thing.
You can go.
Billy stands up, about to leave.
One last thing.
Yep.
You know you're a hero. We'd all have President Rockefeller now if it weren't for you.
I'm no hero. All I did was react. I'm glad I was there. If it's true I saved the president's life, then I'm damn happy about it, but I honestly feel that if I hadn't reached out for that arm, somebody else would have.
Not necessarily.
Billy is about to walk away, then turns to Patrillo.
Do me a favor and please don't release my name.
Insert Associated Press headline. Man who saved Ford says he is no hero.